What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. This one's from Shout Factory. It's part of their Shout Select line. It is number 29 in the Shout Select line. This is Dudes. So this is a story about three punk rock guys, John Cryer, Daniel Roebuck, and Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're in New York, and they're living the life and having a good time, but they kind of are feeling like maybe there's something more to life that they're missing out on. And so one night after they've gotten into some mischief, they decide, hey, let's go to California and let's see what adventures are there. They don't have very much money. They don't know what they're going to do, but just the excitement of the journey and just wanting a change of pace, drives them to head out there. So they go on this road trip and they encounter all these colorful characters along the way. They meet a daredevil Elvis, and then soon after that they're kind of like camping out in the desert, and a bunch of this like rough biker gang comes upon them, and they're going to rob them. And in the ensuing kind of chaos, Flea's shot and killed. John Cryer and Daniel Roebuck are able to escape, but it weighs heavily on them that their friend is gone, and they decide, hey, you know what, we're gonna get some payback for this. And of course that's very much against their personality types, but over time they just kind of they want revenge for their friend. They don't want their friend to have died for nothing, and so they want to get payback. And the rest of the movie is them kind of chasing down these bikers and getting into all kinds of trouble, meeting colorful characters. It's a very unusual movie. It definitely mashes a lot of genres together, and I can easily see why some people wouldn't like it, because it is kind of a mishmash, and that kind of throws off the pacing and the narrative. But I thought it was a really fun movie. It's got really good performances. It's got Catherine Mary Stewart in it, who I'm deeply in love with. So I was happy to see that. She plays this badass gunslinger chick that's kind of teaching them how to shoot in a nice role reversal from what we normally see, with the old strong man teaching the woman how to shoot. This is like a badass chick teaching this little Weasley guy how to shoot. The performances in it are fine. The dialogue in it is pretty good. It's got some wacky moments in it. It's definitely got a really strong 80s vibe to it. It has a punk rock kind of mentality to it. I thought it was really entertaining. It's definitely unusual, and definitely I guess just unusual is the best way to put it. It doesn't follow a lot of the normal narrative paths that a movie would take. It doesn't adhere to any one specific genre. It just kind of takes what it needs from each one and then melts it all together. But I thought it was really solid, and I just think it's just an interesting movie above all else. Even if you end up not liking it, I think that it's definitely a movie that's worth seeing, just because it is kind of such an odd little one-of-a-kind movie. The Blu-ray from Shout Select has a new HD transfer. It's got a bunch of new interviews, trailers, featurette, and a still gallery. It's a decent disc. The transfer looks fine. It's not like one of those transfers that's gonna dazzle you or whatever, but it's also not bad at all. It's very crisp and clear. It looks good. It's just not eye-popping like I think some people expect every HD transfer to be, which is just not possible. Due to materials or due to the production elements or whatever. But it looks solid. Fans are going to be happy with it. Don't take this as a negative review on the transfer. I'm just saying it's not razor sharp, three-dimensional, looking at a window quality. But that doesn't mean that it's bad. It's actually a really good looking transfer. The disc is reasonably priced. And I think it's a fun movie. It's a weird movie, and it's a really well made disc. So I think overall, I'm going to give it a pretty strong recommendation if you're open to kind of movies that are a little bit off the beaten path. I know we review a lot of cult movies here, but we don't often review a lot of kind of I don't know. This is walking a fine line between mainstream and cult, but I definitely think it falls more onto the cult side. That's my review of Dudes. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, please check out my website, markfusion.com. I review a lot of Shout and Scream Factory stuff there. I've got most of the recent Shout Select movies reviewed there. You can also follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at markfusion. If you want to support the work that I do here beyond my channel and my site, you can check out my Patreon, where there's going to be exclusive content and whatever else is going to be on there. If you do like these videos, please do drop a sub. That's the best way you can support me, honestly, because the higher my sub count is, the more I can take that and try to grow this channel and my site. So that's definitely a free way that you can support me that will really mean a lot. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I greatly appreciate it. You have no idea, and hopefully I'll see you soon.